Ever since I was a little boy, I knew I was special. The world didn't make a whole lot of sense back then. I couldn't calculate no math. I couldn't understand the most basic fundamentals of physics. And basic geometric shapes made absolutely no sense. But that's when I discovered the world's most dastardly secret hidden in plain sight. The Earth is flat. He's a flat old tard. Just a nine to blow, whoa, 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 whoa. His eyes will never see what is breaking under.
The misadventures of Vladt Tarrdt.
I'm a flat earth scientist.
Whatever. You're watching Ball Busters.
Hello and welcome back to Ball Busters, the flat earth show that discusses flat earth sciences. Today, we have a very special guest. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome D. Marble. Thanks, Vlad. I'm standing here at the Flat Earth Offensive home offices in the Walmart parking lot across from the methadone clinic, where Flat Earth superstar D. Marble is hatching one of his greatest scientific achievements. So, tell us a little bit about yourself, Mr. Marble.
Hi, I'm Daryl, and I'm a realist, also known as a flat earther.
It's a pleasure to work with you, Mr. Marble.
One thing that we deal with as being flat earthers is the scientific community.
The goddamn assholes.
We'll post pictures, memes, we'll post videos, we'll post facts, figures, different experiments that have been conducted.
Trying to confuse us with their fancy numbers and words.
Often results in people saying that we're discredited because we don't have any scientific backing for what we believe, although there's tons of evidence.
They're trying to trick us.
So, what I'd like to do is submit a new experiment to the scientific community.
That's right, Daryl. You show 'em what you're sciencing.
This is very simple. If we're living on a spinning ball or a globe that's 25,000 miles in circumference around the equator, according to curvature math, then the plane should be constantly dipping its nose forward in order to compensate for the curvature regularly during flights. But I don't know anybody who's actually reported that happening, and thus far it's just been speculation. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my spirit level onto the plane and prop it to a point to where it's level, and I'm going to record the fact that the bubble stays perfectly centered. And while that bubble staying perfectly centered, it's going to be rather anticlimactic, but that's proof that the Earth is flat.
Wow, that is genius, man. We are in the presence of a flat earth god. Well, we're gonna have fun experimenting with Daryl, but first, a word from our sponsors. Hey, Vladt Tarrdt? Who, me? Yeah. Are you sick and tired of the water just running off the edge of your infinite plane? Yeah. Well, then you need an ice wall. An ice wall? No, an ice wall. Ice wall. It's 2 billion trillion tons of ice floating around the outer rim of our infinite plane. It's good for stopping the devil and demons from getting in and reading your mind. It's a frickin' ice wall! It was put there by God himself. God? Yes. And just like God, no one has ever seen it. Coincidence? I think not. It's obvious. The Jaluminazis have seized the ice wall to hide God. What? The Jaluminazis are hiding God? Apparently so. I mean, it's either that or they don't exist. I knew it was those dastardly Jaluminazis. Yeah, exactly. So, do you want to help us save Jesus and destroy the dastardly Jaluminazis? Well, of course. Well, great. The Flat Earth Society is counting on you to donate all of your money to our GoFundMe so that we can defend the ice wall from the Jaluminati.
It is what it is.
Something, everybody? Yeah, all right now. Welcome back to Ball Busters. I'm Vladt Tarrdt, and we're about to get into some serious flat earth science. It's time to check back in with Space McG and D Marble to see how the scientific experiment's going. Yeah, I'm out here in the frickin' wind at an airport waiting on frickin' D Marble to show up with his $5 frickin' level to prove that the Earth is level or flat or something. I don't think that this guy is qualified to be running this experiment. Vlad, don't you know that there's a difference between flat and level? Flat just means it's smooth. Level is perpendicular to the center of gravity. Regardless, neither one of those means that the Earth is flat. The most that D Marble can prove with this experiment is how good this pilot is. It looks like Mr. Frickin' Marble finally decided to show up. Mr. Marble, can you explain to us the logic behind your experiment today?
Okay, so now we're on location at the Charlotte, North Carolina airport.
Okay, yeah.
I'm on the way to my terminal. Getting ready to do this experiment.
Could you please turn your music down?
Get ready.
Oh, I'm ready. Alright, while Daryl is getting his experiment ready, we're gonna bring in an expert. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Glenn Hall.
Hello everybody. I call this video the simplest, irrefutable flat earth proof.
Well, okay, but I thought we was gonna talk about airplanes.
Now I know there's going to be some people who will watch this who know me personally, and people who know me personally know that I am not a fool.
Alright, you got that, everybody? This guy is not a fool. He's an expert, okay? Well, go ahead and tell us about your credentials then.
I have a degree in math, and I have a Juris Doctorate, and I have been practicing law for almost 30 years.
Okay, Mr. Hall is going to explain to us how airplanes work.
The simplest, irrefutable flat earth proof. You see the globe. Now consider an airplane. Okay, this airplane is going to fly always at a level altitude with respect to the Earth.
Alright, I'm gonna have to stop you right there, man. Looks like Daryl's experiment is just about ready to run. Let's check back in with him. Okay, well, I'm here on a frickin' plane with this frickin' idiot, and we're about to do an experiment. So let me explain what's going on. Inside of that level, there's a little bubble. That bubble rests between two lines. In between those two lines is considered level, to the extent that if we were leveling out a wall, we would expect it to stay between those two lines. Now, Daryl has said that this bubble will stay perfectly centered, but I have a feeling it won't. So we're going to count every single time that that bubble touches one of those two lines. Well, okay, this is some compelling sciencing. Okay, we're bringing in Mr. Hall so he can explain to us what's going on. All right, Mr. Hall, please tell us what's going on here.
Any of you who have studied the flat earth ideas know that there is an equation that describes how much curvature is in the earth from given distances, and that is defined as 8 inches times the number of miles squared. Just going to the east, you see that the plane always seems to be level with respect to the earth, and then, if it keeps itself at a level altitude, then it would just simply land at a country on the other side of the globe. So you start your journey at the Arctic, as far to the north as you can. And you begin to go south. Now notice, as I'm going south, I have to continue dipping the nose of my airplane.
Are you sure about that, man?
In order to stay level with the ground. Now I'm going to continue all the way.
Are you sure, man?
To Antarctica. Now notice, I'm continuing to dip my nose down to stay level.
I don't know about that, man.
With the earth. Now I'm going down into
Are you sure, man?
South America.
I don't know, man. That doesn't sound right.
Continuing to dip down, and finally I get down here to Antarctica. And look at that.
This just doesn't sound right, man.
My airplane is upside down. Well, you're going to say, well, we know that people that are in the southern hemisphere are still standing right side up. Everybody stands right side up on the earth. We know that. But yet you just flew down here. You're upside down. You cannot refute that. Your airplane is upside down and your head is facing down. It has to be true because you have had to adjust your nose by a full 180 degrees so that now you are absolutely upside down.
Oh yeah, your eyes don't deceive you. That frickin' says 10. That's how many times that plane either dipped or raised its frickin' nose. 10 frickin' times, Daryl. Which is actually still pretty good. That probably means that the pilot was very skilled. So congratulations, Daryl. Well, alright. It looks like we flat earthers proved science again. Just like always. I want to thank Daryl and Mr. Hall for helping us prove our science. I'm Vladt Tarrdt, and you've been watching Ball Busters. Keep it flying.